YouTube, Electric Adventures here. Well, a slightly different angle. I thought we'd go wandering around the game room for this particular video. This is a video response to MichaelBTheGameGenie's Top 3 Tuesday, and the topic was Top 3 Shooters, or shoot-em-ups as he put it. I like to call them shooters. And I thought, well, there are a lot of shooters in this room, and we just have a bit of a wander around, and I would pick 3. And let's face it, if I did this tomorrow, I'd probably pick another 3 completely games. So let's spin you around. Right, so many to choose from. So I have a selection of Saturn shooters, PC Engine shooters. You've even got your good old Atari 2600 shooters. And then of course you have my beloved MSX. Lots of lovely shooters there. You have the NES, PlayStation, there's some good shooters on there, and of course the Famicom, which I switched my collection over to rather than collecting NES cartridges because they were easier for me to get and I quite like the box art. So we can hone in on one there. So we'll put this on our maybe list. This is a copy of Crisis Force. Mike picked Gunnak, which is an excellent game. I am lucky to have a complete copy of that for the Famicom. But I probably do actually enjoy playing Crisis Force more, so we'll put that on the maybe list. And then of course, so here's my Coleco, and of course in here we have my Super Famicom, and there's my Super Famicom shooter collection there. Area 88 is good. Darius games, I love my Darius games. You've got Gradius, Poppin, Twin Bee, Super Aleste. I said we'll get into more detail in a minute. Let's go a little bit. Of course, you've got the Sega Master System, which has actually does have some great shooters on it. The version of Darius, which is called Segai, which is probably just trying to find him at the moment. I do actually have them in alphabetical order, so you would think I could find it. Oh, looking in the right place. There we go. So that's the version of Darius on the Master System. That's actually very good. And then a system that I really do like is the Mega Drive, a system that I've owned since new, and that's my Mega Drive collection. And there are some quite different shooters on the Mega Drive. But I'm probably going to go for ones that I have a few versions of. So a game that I also played in the arcades that I really like, that I have a few versions, is actually Raiden. So you have the quite good version for the Mega Drive. This is a replica cover, by the way. It's not nothing on the game inside. It actually plays really well, and I considered it the best version of that. I'll just do a bit of a traverse. No motion sickness please, until I discovered how good the PC Engine version is. And it really is a good version, plays very well, gets the aspect ratio very well as well. I have a copy for the American Super Nintendo, and I also have a copy for the Jaguar as well. Atari Jaguar one really gets the it's got very nice graphics, but it gets the aspect ratio a bit wrong. So there we go. Number 3, Raiden. Now, and next choice, so there's a vertical shooter. Next choice we've got to go to horizontal shooters, and that's going to be a definite fight between R-type games and Darius games, of which I both like of them. Darius games I've probably played the most of in modern times. I've got Darius Burst for the Vita, which is very good, and I also got the recent digital download of Darius Burst. And the game has to be good for me to buy a digital copy of it, because I'm very much a physical copy person. And also in our horizontal shooters, you can't forget all of the Gradius series, of which I have many versions of the games, starting with some of the earliest versions on the MSX. Where are we there? There we go. There's some of them there. The first one's probably a little obscured up on the next shelf. You can probably just spot him in there if you're being observant. Probably the version, now which one would I choose? Now I said the R-Type on the PC Engine is a very good version, although if you select it for the PC Engine rather than the Turbo Graphics, unfortunately you have to play it across 2 discs, so it does sort of spoil the fun a little bit. There is Darius on the Saturn, which is of course a very good version, but I quite possibly prefer the version of Darius on the PC Engine. It's a very, very hard choice. Or maybe I should just toss in the towel and pick one of the greatest games. No, we'll go for a Darius game. Now, I'm going to get this wrong. Failing in my Japanese alphabet here. I missed by this download. Days and Pooh. There it is, Darius Plus. I quite like this version of Darius, and so that'll take my main thing. I mean, there are also, I actually have quite a few Neo Geo shooters as well, and you can't forget, you've got Blazing Star, and another one which I'm forgetting that I like a lot. So there's my number 2 pick, Darius Plus for the PC Engine specifically. Now we could go classic. You have things like Beam Rider, Sequest, Hero, and of course River Raid, which I actually don't have a complete copy of. I've got a loose copy of on the Atari 2600. All very good games, and also there are multiple versions of those across many systems. Activision was very, very busy. And yeah, so I have figured it out. I mean, these are vertical scrolling shooters, but you can't forget the Aleste series or the Compile series of shooters. And so one of my absolute favourites would have to be the second Aleste game for the MSX. Have to include my MSX. I can't not include my MSX in a pick. It has brilliant graphics, lots and lots of levels, lots of customisations you can choose. Like the other games that came later in the Aleste series, it lets you into the game reasonably well. So for those who don't know, Gun Knack and Gun Head are all related to the Aleste series of games, as is Super Aleste on the Super Famicom. So we'll pick as my number 1 Aleste 2, because it is one of my favourite MSX games. Other times I may have picked another game. I do have Zanuck as well, and of course, as you can see by the soundtrack there, I also have Space Mambo, which is actually a horizontal and vertical scrolling shooter, and it's only on the MSX. You can't find it anywhere else. But I'm sure I picked that last time I was picking top 3s, so probably best that I spread my list around. So hope you've managed to survive Jerky Cam. I'll just give a little pan. This room is still too much of a mess for me to consider to do a proper game room tour. I do have a lot of stuff. Most people won't have even known that I've changed where the my television setup is. That's what it's looking like so far. Still a work in progress. Still tidying things up. So anyway, go watch Michael B's the Game Genie's video. See his top 3. Maybe pick some of your own. You can comment down below on Michael's video, or make your own video response. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.